Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to be going over the 5 things that I have been doing to lose more weight. Now I know it doesn't really look like I'm losing weight, but you have to trust me in this because I used to be a lot worse and I've lost almost fully 20 pounds already in the last couple of months of doing these 5 things. And now just before any like fitness guru or anything like that comes into the comments and says, oh my god, this is so basic. And I mean, like, yes, it is very basic things, but I feel like sometimes you just have to say it out loud to help some people or like to help me as well. Like that's what I really had to tell myself. It's like it's not some fancy crazy algorithm or anything like that or crazy math formula basically. But if you just do some basic stuff and just do it, it can help you out. And so those are the things we're going to be talking about today. But before we get into the list, I'd like to remind you, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate it if you do. So let's go straight into number 5. And so number 5, starting in the top 5, is eating less. Now, like I said, sounds very simple, but it isn't just about eating less. It's about making sure that you're eating less while still feeling full and not just like fully going on like a diet. Because I'm not talking about going on a diet. I'm talking about more of a lifestyle change more than a diet. Because the problem I personally had with diets is that I would go on the diet, lose some weight, and then as soon as I get off the diet, I just immediately gain it back. And that's a big problem. And that was like one of the things that I struggled with mostly because I could lose the weight, but I never keep it off. I'd always gain it back. And that is the biggest problem, honestly, because keeping it off was always a problem. And just eating less and having a lifestyle change of getting used to that is what's really helped me at first. Obviously, we're going to go into the other things as well, but that was like the big priority one because it was probably the most difficult one to do because obviously feeling hungry is a bad thing and not feeling full is really, I feel like, a curse of all bigger people or fat people or whichever one you want to categorize yourself as. I feel like that is like one of the biggest problems that can happen is that you just keep eating, or you eat when you're happy, you eat when you're sad, you eat when anything else happens in life. And that breaking that problem, while I must say isn't fully done, like obviously, as you can tell, like it's not like I'm a healthy specimen or anything like that, but I'm getting to the point where I feel better about myself and feeling more comfortable with myself, which is kind of like the big thing and the big goal overall as well, along with losing the weight, is just, feeling better. And eating less with the lifestyle change, not just a diet, really helped that out. And number 4 is doing cardio. And because I feel like cardio is one of those things where some people really hate it and some people really enjoy it, I am in the part of, because of the way I do cardio, I really enjoy it because I mostly do, as you can tell in the videos that I've posted, it's mostly walking outside. And walking outside, whether it be good weather or bad weather, I've always really enjoyed. Like I've even walked in the rain when it's snowing and stuff like that, and I still really enjoy it, which I feel like might just be a me thing. I can understand if people aren't into that. Now, to be clear, I'm not one of the crazy jogging people that are like going in full storms or anything like that. Like if it's just storming outside, I'm not going out for a walk. But like if it was just like small amounts of rain, a little bit of snow or snow on the ground, or if it's just cold, I would still go on a walk. It doesn't have to be amazing weather for it to be okay for me to go to walk. And I feel like that really helped as well because partly, obviously with a lot of things like this, not moving or not being active really hurt as well. And so just doing that, and it's not like I'm going out for a walk for 4 hours or anything like that. My walks last like 20-25 minutes, like half an hour at most of the time. So it's really just mostly about getting outside and doing something. And like the walks, like I'm not like, power walking or anything like that. No, I am working up a sweat and like getting the heartbeat going at least, but it's not like I'm speed walking or running or anything like that. And maybe we get to that at some point with cardio, but right now I feel like walking is better. And we're going to get to why I'm just walking in the first reason, honestly. But that is kind of what, along with the eating less, was the second priority. And so for number 3, we're going to have resistance training and or lifting weights, depending on how you want to call it. And for this one was the most difficult for me because I do not enjoy lifting weights, which is why that I had to kind of slowly get back into it, making it not easy, but more manageable for me in order to be okay with it, because lifting weights for me has always been just boring kind of. And one of the reasons why this channel helps a lot is that it makes it more focused it makes it more focused, along with the fact that it gives it much more purpose than just me doing it. Obviously there is purpose, like there is is like, you know, getting healthier, lifting weights, getting stronger, all that type of thing. But I guess that just wasn't enough for me to enjoy resistance training. And I guess to also say it's not that I'm enjoying it, it's that I'm more motivated to do it. I don't think I'll ever be able to make lifting weights or resistance training enjoyable for myself, like having fun with it. Can't wait, not waiting to be able to do it, eager to do it. I honestly don't think I'll ever be able to do that for myself, but just being able to motivate myself to be able to do it consistently is a big deal, and to be able to actually do it, which is like obviously the best case scenario. And like just not worrying really about, you know, not lifting too much but not lifting too little, like getting in that perfect medium amount of difficulty is kind of like the sweet spot for resistance training for me. And it's why it became better for me to do it and more easily to do it more often. And for the number fourth reason is kind of what I was going about at the end of the third reason, is that consistency is something that I've always struggled with. And this is one of the things I have been focusing on a lot, is just doing it every week, every day, to be able to do it, which is why I only walk 25 minutes or 30 minutes at the most. It's why I only do so many reps and lifts in the resistance training, because I want to be able to tell myself that I can just do it, and I'll be able to do it consistently. Because I've had, like I said before, I've had these spurts of where I did lose a bunch of weight, but I gained it all back because I just stopped doing the stuff, because it either got too hard, too annoying, or something in between. And I feel like that type of consistency is something I always lacked. So consistency was something that, along with all the other things, I had to focus on. And making the specific changes to the cardio, to the resistance training, to the eating less is what made it more possible for me to lose almost 20 pounds at this point, and hopefully more in the future, because I feel like that is one of the things that I had the most difficulty with. Like I talked about earlier about not enjoying resistance training and, you know, failing on the diet type of stuff. But consistency is the main problem, because I could get to a point where I was losing weight, but then I would stop for whatever reason. You know, I got sick, or I got annoyed, or I got frustrated. Whatever the reason was, I stopped doing it, which is a problem, obviously. And overall, I feel like throughout this process, I have done a lot better with the consistency, which is why I think, honestly, it's been going so well overall. And finally, the last reason, number one, is that I've just tried to have fun with it, which once again, it kind of goes along with the consistency. And the reason why this is, I think, the most priority reason, and it's why I think it's the number one reason, is to actually want to do it and have fun doing it. Like I now enjoy walking. I enjoy, as much as I could, the resistance training. I enjoy not eating as much. Like being able to feel satisfied after eating is a crazy feeling for me, honestly. And so I think having fun with it is the best way and the most effective way that I ever started losing weight overall. And to be fair, I also have the caveat of also starting this channel to help me get better and like want to do it more, because while I enjoy making this type of videos, I enjoy editing and all that type of stuff. So it really felt like just being able to have fun made it possible and made it easier to do all of these things. And overall, I feel like it's been overall a success, because while true, it's not like I'm, you know, 190 pounds of pure muscle now. I am almost 20 pounds lighter and getting stronger. So, you know, it's getting there. We started this journey at 249 and now I am 237. It's the first time I've been under 240 in a long time. So once again, almost fully 20 pounds. And so we're getting there. And I feel like the best reason is because of, well, all of these reasons, to be fair, all five, but the most important was the having fun with it part, the being able to do it and enjoy it. And while I do have to like put a caveat on there, like enjoying it as much as I could, because it is just exercising and not eating so much fatty. So like, you know, there is that caveat of that, but overall it's still being able to enjoy it and not just ignore it and do it, I think is a big deal. Thank you everyone for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate it if you do. Comment down below if you think any of these tips would help you guys out. I know, once again, very basic tips, very, you know, standard stuff, I feel like, for fitness stuff, but, you know, I'm not claiming to be a fitness guru or anything like that. So I feel like sometimes these things need to be said. And, you know, I think it is, once again, about me learning this stuff and just telling you guys about it. So I'd love to know your guys' opinion about it. Thank you everyone for watching, and I really appreciate it. I'll see you in another video. Goodbye, everyone.